Hi, you guys. It's Dr. Campbell here. Today we're going to talk about the importance of yearly wellness exams and including in the wellness exam some of the diagnostics that we perform yearly for your pets. The first reason that yearly wellness exams are important is because as your pet ages, we can detect chronic diseases a little bit earlier. It's a lot easier as a veterinarian to see a dog and monitor these diseases early instead of them coming in already in full-blown heart failure. A lot of times we can prolong the dog's quality, improve the dog's quality of life while also getting a couple more years the earlier that we intervene with a lot of those illnesses that can come up. A second reason that I highly recommend yearly wellness exams is, let's say your dog is on a great heartworm, flea, and tick prevention that also takes care of most of the common intestinal parasites. However, there are intestinal parasites that aren't taken or targeted by monthly heartworm, flea, and tick prevention. To name one is whipworms. That is very common in wild animal feces. I live in Athens and get deer in my backyard all the time, and other wildlife, or my dogs who are on great heartworm, flea, and tick prevention can be exposed to different types of parasites that aren't covered. So performing a yearly fecal exam is very important, especially if your dog has had diarrhea off and on. And sometimes dogs are very asymptomatic, whereas your older dog has got a good immune system. Your geriatric or new puppy may succumb to related illnesses. Another thing is potential yearly lab work. Again, that looks at indicators of certain diseases. So again, as these babies age and we perform this lab work, we can look for trends, which is the most important thing, such as kidney disease, very important for cats because they tend to show early signs of chronic kidney disease, earlier in their life. And again, it's easier for me to not only prolong your kitty's quality of life with early detection, but improve their quality of life as well while we're doing this. And what that involves is running that yearly lab work and looking at those values and the trends over time and recommending the appropriate next step of action or treatment plan if they need one at that point. Finally, a good reason to come for your yearly wellness exam is to get a good feel of your dog. A big part of what we do is the hands-on aspect of our job, and that we can find a lot with these hands, eyes, and ears that we have. For example, we can do an abdominal palpation and feel for masses in the abdomen, a rectal examination on both female and male dogs because anal sac disease can happen, and for males, prostatic disease can happen, in addition to oral exams as well. So teeth, looking for oral tumors or anything that, again, may lower your dog's quality of life over time, where the fix might be simple and straightforward at that point in time. But as we allow these things to fester and get worse, we may look at more difficult treatment or a lower prognosis overall if we tend to wait or not come in yearly to catch these things pretty quickly. So coming in yearly for just a general wellness exam, a fecal exam, and potential lab work, in addition to the necessary vaccines that's recommended for your pet at that time. And that is really based on their lifestyle and their previous vaccine history. It's all important because we are aiming to prolong these babies' quality of life and improve their quality of life in the long run. And it's very easy to do that with yearly wellness exams.